then wacha nikuulize unajua mse fulani tu Money Bior
ndo yeye alikuwa anajaribu kuni keep up to date ebu
yeah
give me the tea.
did you watch the videos after Ian kukuonyesha?
Yes, I've seen.
So what comes to mind as a woman, is it I want to have his baby amani kuna pesa pale jo ajoi kwa sisi tukiangalia gadem like one especially ukiwa mhuni unaona gadem unaona like wewe unataka nizaliwe watoto unacheki so nyinyi mnakuaga hivyo because I always wonder who are these men trying to impress with all this money and what, and the only thing that comes to mind is women.
Yeah,
you understand, like,
I mean I could see maybe certain women would be impressed and would think that is their next catch or their next check or their next, they would do whatever to get in on some of that money. But I'm also I don't know, I'm a believer in real money is not loud.
okay
I feel like real money has a quiet elegance to it. So when I see stuff like that, it's not really impressive. But I would see why it would be impressive to someone. Yeah, me naona tu
because
a
the
bit
funny thing
tacky.
is tuko na show inaenda kudrop baadaye ya anaitwa nani Abisai is the guy who won the lottery, the first really big jackpot ya SportPesa. He won 221 million. And anakuaga chini ya maji kabisa like mpaka tulikuwa tunamuenjoy tunamuuliza jo why is he not counting hours, unajua count hours, unaenda on Instagram naambia say we all have 24 hours. You know that bullshit.
get off your ass and work.
Yeah.
So si tuko pale zile za okay hatukuwa tunajua ni 24 hours like we some of us have 16. You know that nonsense. Like where nini, so Abisai ni chini ya maji kabisa. And even like his sort of investment, so he's very open on how he lost money like kwa real estate, you know, these are things you don't expect someone to nini. But now let's go back to Money Bior. So Money Bior, the reason tunabonga juu yake ni someone sent me this link and I found it to be super interesting. So link yenye ilikuwa from watu wanaitwa the Alpha House. Yes, so I don't know if we should start with that ama we should start with the post ya Sunday. Wacha tuanze na post ya Sunday. So one thing about Money Bior, he tried to run for MP, yes?
Okay.
So alikuwa try to run for MP a place inaitwa Kasipul. You know Kasipul?
Yeah.
Place ule buda alikuwa inaitwa Ong'onda Were.
Yeah.
Ule buda aliangushwa. So someone had posted this story that I found to be super funny. And story kwa ni so I'm sure he's talking about Money Bior. Hasemi ni nani, but alisema so this guy who was campaigning for the Kasipul Kabondo seat and he spent a lot of money on campaigning yet got very little returns on his investment in terms of votes. So before mtu lose mind yake hapo kwa comments, yes we know ni Kasipul. So kuna Kasipul Kabondo na Kasipul, those are two different places. So this guy was running for Kasipul. Then akaendelea, apparently people ate his money but didn't vote for him. So what does he do? He invites people to his homestead for a vote of thanks dinner. He declares that people should come from 6:30 p.m. and the cutoff time is 8:30 p.m. So the same people who apparently ate his money but did not vote for him throng his homestead for yet another free lunch. What unravels next is both hilarious and stranger than fiction. At exactly 8:30, the gates are locked with guys inside and the goons with canes descend on the masses, giving them a thorough walloping that lasts over an hour.
Wow.
They are told it's because they ate his money and misled him. So here I'm assuming it's him because he's the one who got the least votes.
But I think it's not about eating nini. Ni ile shame tu kama huyo.
Right.
Wenye anatrai kuimpress watu.
Yeah.
Then like
Kaigo play.
So since alitandiko kwa ballot.
Wacha ni watandi. Let me show you vile nilionyeshwa.
Because if you invite us, he got 819 votes, yes? So unless unapiga your organizers, the ones that told you mkubwa unajua watu wako na
I think wao ni mobilizers.
Si ndio?
Yeah.
Because otherwise 819 people voted for you. There are people who actually run for these seats unapataga hata familia yako ija kuvotia
I'm 17 votes.
yeah. Unapataga hata pale juu uko na 1 vote kwa hii ni yangu babi hata bibi yangu hata bibi yangu nipigia
Ama you have 3 votes na kijani mko 10 registered voters. But also watu kama hao they don't attract genuine friends. Ni to yes men. Ndio chairman. Ndio chairman.
Ndio mkubwa.
Ni madori metu kwa club.
Yes.
Alishanga.
Kuna msajita the Kenyan vigilante alikuwa ameandika after garnering 519 votes in the recent Kasipul. Oh yeah, mimi kwa nampatia 819 ni 519 jo. It gets worse.
500.
519. Politician Mani Bior has returned to life, his life in the city. ODM's Boyd Were won the election with 16,819, followed by Philip Aroko with 8,476. Alafu Mani Bior was a distant third. Skia hiyo jo, a distant third.
Distant.
With 519 jo. Hata mimi bila kucampaign jo, I think ningepata pia at least 10. Wacha shida ya 10 na 519 hakuna difference.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Close to zero.
So now, you remember when we were talking about loud money and whatever. So now someone had posted this. It was from the Alpha Houses. So kuna picha imeandikwa from ballot box to the dock. The 500 million shillings fraud case entangling aspirant Riaga. Because his real name is Riaga. So ikakuwa he was the money bags of Kasipul, flying choppers and flaunting a luxurious lifestyle. But now, after a crushed political dream, a man in DCI raiders. This is the dramatic new reality for aspirant Robert Riaga, now targeted in a sweeping DCI probe into an alleged 500 million international fraud scheme. Alafu ikakuwa the sting of defeat. The political dream of Robert Riaga, who is Mani Bior, sindio, had just evaporated in the heat of the Kasipul electoral race. In the just concluded by-election, Riaga couldn't even manage to be third, yet his lifestyle invited many eyes to an election that was already the talk of the town, considering the daylight cold-hearted murder of Charles Ong'ondo Were. Irae kwa third, mi kwa nafikiri kwa third. Kepoleni cho. Then
Gets worse,
Yet as the aspiring MP licked his wounds, a different, more formidable challenge was materializing in a Nairobi courtroom. The Milimani Chief Magistrates Court became the stage for a dramatic escalation in a sprawling international fraud case. The court has authorized DCI detectives from the Economic and Commercial Crimes Unit to execute a sweeping investigation targeting Riaga, city lawyer Stephen Joma Ndenda, and 18 other suspects in an alleged 500 million shilling scheme. Sindio? Wacha niruke niende kwa part 2, the American investor. So the engine of the entire investigation was a complaint filed by Charles Blake Stringer, a US citizen and the director of Nutra Acres LLC, a company based in Texas. On Feb 14th, 2023, Valentine's Stringer initiated contracts that would lead him into an intricate web of deception. He reported his intention to finance large-scale farming projects in Africa, a vision that was eagerly seized upon by a Kenyan entity known as Affluent Wealth Management. This set the stage for a series of Zoom meetings that will span from 2023 into the following year. During these virtual negotiations, Stringer was introduced to the key players he would later come to know as suspects. The group was allegedly led by a man using the alias Rob Money, Bior, and included figures like Abel Oyango, Michael Okongo, and Joseph Vad. They presented Stringer with a tantalizing offer, a loan of 500 million shillings for his agricultural venture. However, to secure this massive funding, they insisted he'd first need to obtain a life insurance policy, a crucial detail that would channel his money directly into their accounts. So far, mshona red flag yote kwa hii story. Like who's Stringer? How trusting are people that tunaingia tu kwa internet and you trust?
You have someone akona rob money.
Yes.
Unajua ukioga hizi vitu they reflect zile vitu umesikia the whole day. Rob money. Rob money. Na una sign off 500 million.
500 mil.
Hao wenyewe ndio walikuwa namwambia they'll give him a loan of 500 million.
Yes.
So if you follow the case, what so that's why namwambia he needs insurance
Yes.
ndio wampatie hii do but then they start asking for money sojoga zile ujinga za kabla tukufatie hii wewe tupatie hii like no I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I think he was caught up in the nini. So his story, it's so interesting because they end up with, there's even a lawyer, sindio? So they tell him that for him to pay insurance, they also need legal fees. Do you know how much legal fees alilipa? 56,400 to Ndenda and Company Advocates. This is what for legal fees. And a further $5,000 to Abel Oyango, who reportedly claimed it was for registering Nutra Acres Africa. Nakunga yeye alikuwa na nini? Aja kuregister company hapa Kenya waka basically free. Ubudali nyoroshwa. After despite his financial engagement spanning months, the promised 500 million never materialized, leaving Stringer defrauded and prompting his official report. So inasemekana he ended up losing how much? If I'm not wrong.
That's the $5,000 and the 56K.
Zizi, but I think he lost more than that. He lost a total of ilikuwa ni a lot of money. I think it's more than this 56,400. Yes, hiyo ndio pesa ilibaki.
Additional 5K alipea nini?
Yes.
For registration.
So he sent them I think close to 100 million walimcheza.
Oh.
Yes.
Damn. But ukisikia lifestyle yake, it shows a Stringer was not the only guy attached to him.
I think
unapata ni amekusanya watu wengi sana. Yeah.
History ya Bior, I think one of the things that for him to be associated with fraud inakuonyesha tu Kenya. I think I don't trust anyone. Kenya muangaliaga tu watu. Naona I see you flaunting wealth and I don't know what you do. I don't know which companies you own. Kuna kukana kale ka like the alarms start ringing.
Yeah.
Because there has to be something that
but right now I'm not even I wouldn't say I would put a spotlight on Homa Bay and Kasipul.
Yeah.
Is it a goon constituency?
It's Goon Town. Yes,
Goon
Goon
head
Town.
capital of Kenya.
Yes, it's Goon Town.
Because the MP gets off Tapa. Ilikuwa inakaa maybe some revenge upper town. The son amekuwa ki-hack during hizi campaign. Anyone who's trying to oppose. Now unasikia this guy who has garnered 519 who was not even a major player in that politics. The way anapea watu shukrani ni kuwaita alafu kuwapiga. And is a fraudster. So how safe is Kasipul?
Kasipul inakuwaga a very interesting place because vile umesema hivyo meniremind kuna boy anajitaga Japrado alikuwaga doctor alikuwa ameandika the race in Kasipul is between a Nepo baby, so the guy who won is a Nepo baby, sindio? Whose father was a thug and a murderer by all accounts, versus a fraudster stroke bank robber. Alafu the third is a Washwash merchant. That's the scope of that election. All of this is allegedly, of course.
Yes.
Akaputivo. But it just shows you how Kenya is such an interesting country, man. Like every time you see wealth, you're there wondering, like, did this person actually earn this money? Ama is it money that's coming from innocent people? Yeah.